friends, in this video I'll be talking about basicity. So in previous videos I have talked about acidity in organic chemistry, particularly how we can predict the nature of any compound, that which is more acidic and compared to which one, and what are the factors that can affect the acidity. But in this video I'll be talking about basicity and the factors affecting on the basicity. That there will be a lot of videos on basicity, like part 1, part 2, part 3. So feel free to watch which part you are more interested in based upon your requirement or based upon your level of knowledge about organic chemistry. Alright, so let's start with the beginning. For beginners, basicity should be defined as a convenient way to look at basicity is based on electron pair availability. So that's the most deciding factor when you are going to study about basicity, the electron pair availability. I will discuss that in a moment. The more available the electrons, the more readily they can be donated to form a new bond. That means the lone pair of the electron should not be involved in any resonance. That's what that means. So if the lone pair of an electron is involved in resonance, that means it's not available because it is involved in delocalization. That's when the basicity is decreases. And then the key factor that affect electron pair availability in a base. So electronegativity is the one of the factor that says when comparing atoms within the same row of the periodic table, the more electronegative the atom donating the electron is, the less willing it is to share those electrons within protons. So the weaker the base. So if you look at the CH3, NH2, OH and fluoride ions, so these are the elements which belong to the same period 2 of the periodic table. If you move from carbon, then you will go nitrogen, then oxygen, and then fluorine. Now the most electronegative element is fluorine and the less electronegative element is carbon. So if you look here, it says when comparing atoms within the same row, means same period of the periodic table, the more electronegative the atom, like fluorine, donating the electron is, the less willing it is to share those electrons. So that means fluorine is the weakest base compared to the CH3, and this is how basicity decreases. So CH3 is the most stronger base, then NH2, then NH2 is a stronger base, then hydroxide, and then fluoride. Next factor is size. So when you compare the elements of the same group like fluoride, chloride, bromide, and iodide, now which one is more basic? When comparing atoms within the same group of the periodic table, the larger the atom, the weaker the HX bond and the lower the electron density, making it a weaker base. So according to this concept, iodide ion will be the least basic and fluoride ion will be the most basic. And how about the resonance? The third factor is the resonance, which can affect the basicity. In the carboxylate ion, that's the one in ion, the negative charge is delocalized across two electronegative atoms, which makes it the electrons less available than when they localized on a specific atom, as in the alkoxide ion. So alkoxide is more basic than carboxylate ion because the electrons, as I mentioned, that they are busy in delocalization. That's why that's the less basic than the alkoxide ion. So the last points are which of these are more basic. So pKa, higher pKa means more basicity, lower pKa means less basicity. So hydroxide and alkoxide has pK of 16, NH2 has pK of 9, and NH negatives have pK of 35. So higher the pKa, higher will be the basicity. It's inverse to the acidity concept. I hope you like this video, and there were few concepts that were involved to understand the basicity concept. One was electronegativity. I have made one video on my YouTube channel about electronegativity. Watch that video if you don't know about electronegativity. I have made one video about extensive video about resonance. What is resonance? How resonance is involved in delocalization. So if you don't know about resonance, please watch that video about resonance and then come back to this video and you will learn this concept. And if you don't know about the trend of acidity, I have made already video on my channel. Please watch so to understand the trends about acidity. I'll make more videos on basicity. See you until then. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.